We have leaders today in sales that are hedging on, should I show the roadmap? Should I talk about the implementation and all the complexities to it? We're under indexing on an outcome. Maybe we don't share that. Help them understand the bravery of going to radical transparency and how that engenders trust and why that's the right course.
The things we worried about in our radical transparency started with security. We would have, it was top secret information.
Yeah.
And so 7,500 people, anybody could leak it and go out, and we just didn't have the problem. Then there was the cultural thing that almost applies to sales. Each of our subordinate units, they had an ego and they had interests, and they wanted to be more successful than anybody else. So there was an internal competition. There was also just this cultural aversion to sharing information with somebody who's not the same as you. Delta Force to the SEALs, right? You know, you just don't.
Right.
And then there was just a procedural habit of not doing it. Nobody ever got in trouble before that for not sharing information with someone. But if you shared information with someone else, you could be called on the carpet. So the safe thing is not to.
Right.
When we went to this radical transparency, we had to start with showing it at my headquarters. We had to be very, very open with all of our partners from the intelligence community, state. We had to share everything with them, and it took quite a while before we got anything close to reciprocity from that. And then you had to tell people, sharing information has a bit of risk, but at the end of the day, not sharing is far riskier. Right. The problem is, how do you measure opportunities lost or risk that arose because people didn't know things they needed to?
Right.
And the old fallacy of, you know, the need to know thing. The fallacy is, who knows who needs to know? And so you may not share information with me because you think I don't need to know, but I'm in fact doing something you're unaware of that I absolutely need that information. And so what we did was we leaned very hard the other way. There were certain things we didn't share, but we found that transparency in almost every case had more value than the downside.